Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk. I am Shekhar Gupta at Chennai's SDAT Tennis Stadium, and my guest this week, well, the most loved pair in global tennis, isn't it? Aisam-ul-Haq-Qureshi.
Thank you.
Rohan Bopanna.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Welcome to Walk the Talk.
Thanks.
It's so wonderful to have you on this show.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
And I can tell you one more thing. The last time we had an India-Pakistan pair on Walk the Talk was also two sports people, one man, one woman, and there was still a tennis connection. You guess which ones?
Yeah, definitely.
It was probably Shoaib Malik and Sania Mirza.
Absolutely. But you know, that was a different kind of partnership. This is a different kind of partnership.
That's a little bit more serious kind of partnership, I would say.
I think this, this is very serious as well, when you get Brian brothers at the other end, or you get Bhupati and Leander at the other end.
Yeah.
At least, I think, on court we are more serious.
Off court, you go your own way. You know? You got more freedoms off court than Shoaib and
That's right.
And also, at least on court, you play the same game.
Definitely.
Correct.
So, tell us a little bit about the history. Rohan, you tell me.
I mean, well,
how did you first meet? You know, it's almost like asking a couple how they got paired up. But how did you first meet, and how did it happen?
well, I met Aisam 14 years ago when Aisam came to play a junior tournament here in India. He was one of the top juniors from Pakistan, and you know, that's the first time I met him. And you know, with all other Indian players, there were a few Indian players who knew him from before, so I just got introduced, and you know, that's basically how we met.
Did you, when did you first play against each other or with each other? Or?
I can't really remember when was the first time I played against him, but the first time we played together was in 2003. There were a couple of challengers. We were both playing the same single events. Knowing Bopanna for like almost 14 years, it just come naturally to me to ask him to play doubles with me. Especially, he's always had a powerhouse game, big forehand, big serve. And I was like, yeah, definitely we should give it a shot. And him being a very good friend of mine at that time also, it just came naturally to me to ask him to play. And the first time I think we played together was in 2003.
And that was almost accidental.
I wouldn't say accidental, but I think in a way it was just, I would say, a blessing in disguise basically, because I had played with few Indians in the past and never with Rohan. And at that time we were playing the same tournament and decided to give it a shot. Unfortunately, we lost, I think, in the quarterfinals. But 2 tournaments later, we ended up winning a tournament. So I knew that.
When you have memories of that one?
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously, you know, the first time you always play with somebody, and then you end up, you know, doing well. It's always you remember that moment. And,
remember something somebody said, maybe a parent, friend, something, you know, you.
No, absolutely not, because they knew in tennis you could choose anybody you want to, and they knew the sport well. And
but there is still a certain newsworthiness to an Indian and Pakistani partnering each other.
For me, it was not was pretty easy. Like I said before, and knew Rohan very well. I played with few other Indian players as well, and I've always, as a Pakistani, I've been the only Pakistani on the tour for the last 14 years.
Right.
So to me, playing with an Indian was the most easiest thing and the most natural thing also. Most of the Indians speak Urdu, Hindi, and share the same culture. I've been coming to India ever since I started playing tennis. So I know a lot of tennis players here, and they're very, very good friends of mine. And along the years, Rohan has definitely become my best friend on the tour.
Who have your particularly good friends been besides Rohan in the past?
It's been Harsh Mankad, Mustafa Gauss, Purav Raja, the list goes on, Manoj Mahadevan. I think all the guys who used to play with him, and ever since junior years. Most of them have stopped now. So, but there have been many. Mahesh, I've never played with Mahesh. I once played with Leander also, Pace in Mumbai. So yeah, I've been associated.
What was that like?
No, it was a very learning experience.
He's a bit different from him.
Yeah, definitely. definitely.
Can you take him seriously as a partner?
No, I can only take him seriously. I can take him sometimes lightly, but not Leander, definitely.
Because you know what? He and I had once gone to Goa to record a Walk the Talk.
Okay.
On the way back, on the flight, I met a glamorous young woman who I had known for many years.
Okay.
And I introduced her to Leander 2 rows behind me, right? In 6 months, I saw them together in Goa. Then they got married. Now they have a baby.
Wow.